Hi everyone, it's Nicole here from Baby to Sleep with our part 3 of our sleep journey in getting Alyssia off the boob, sleeping through the night, into her sister's room and into her bed. You have to apologise today about the location. I've literally just dropped Alyssia at dancing and I'll be picking Sophia up from drama. So this is the only time today I will actually get an opportunity to update you all. So last night was the night where we decided that Alyssia was not going to have any feeds through the night. So we did a bedtime feed and we've done a morning feed, but the night time was going to be no feeds at all. And do you know what? It went really, really well, surprisingly well. So what we had done in the day in anticipation is talked about it. So we'd done, if you've watched yesterday's instalment, you'll know that we did nap weaning. So we did nap for the first time without the feed beforehand, which I think has made a big difference in helping Alyssia last night because she knew that that wasn't going to happen. We talked about if she wakes up in the night, there isn't going to be a feed there. We'd moved the actual feeding cushion out of the room. I'd made sure she'd seen that I'd moved it out of the room so she knew that it wasn't going to be there for her to look for in the night. And just basically said, you know, when you wake up in the night, I'm still going to be here for you. You can have a drink or you can have a cuddle. It's absolutely fine, but there is no feed, and because you're a big girl now. And it actually worked. So we went until about, I think it was about 1:10 where she didn't wake up. She did have a little wake up, but she settled herself. It was not, you know, it wasn't a problem. But the first time she actually woke up needing me was probably about 1:05. And it only took 5 minutes. That was it. And then she was back to sleep again. And she did kick off. She did have a bit of a scream, she did have a bit of a cry, but when I'm talking about 5 minutes in total from her waking and saying she needed me to going back to sleep, it felt longer than 5 minutes, but it really wasn't. And in that 5 minutes we had the kick-off, we had the tantrums, we had the choice that she could make between a drink and a cuddle. She got both, obviously, but it was her decision what she wanted when she wanted it, but there wasn't the option of the feed. The other thing, the other habit we've kind of had to break with this is she was teething not very long ago when we were having some issues, and she was literally feeding all night because she was teething. The back tooth was coming through and obviously she was in pain, and because sometimes she didn't necessarily need the feed, it was becoming a bit more habitual. And she doesn't like having Calpol in the night, it became a choice for her of drink or Calpol. So basically, drink or drugs, drink or drugs. So she's kind of got to this point where she was there sort of shouting out for Calpol because it had become a choice of Calpol or drink. She'd go, Calpol, Calpol. I'm like, no, drink or cuddle, that's it. So she kept asking for Calpol, but eventually she was fine and we went with the drink and the cuddle and she went back to sleep. So 5 minutes. Then she woke up again at, when was it? About 2:45, I think. And again, 5 minutes, a bit of a kick off, but then we just had a cuddle, she had a drink and she went back to sleep. The longest one was when she woke up at, I think it was about 5:20. And it took her about 40 minutes. But the thing is, there wasn't that much of a kick-off. So she kicked off initially because it was like, well, you know, I'm tired. And we had the talk and I let her have a roam around on the bed because she was really, really agitated. By this time, she'd already had sort of 10.5 hours sleep because she was in bed for 6. And she'd already had 10.5 hours sleep. So this is going to be really, really hard for her to be able to go back to sleep at this time anyway, let alone without having the thing that she wants to help her get to sleep. So she basically had a kick around. She wasn't very happy. I put her down on the bed, let her get it out of her system rather than trying to keep clawing at my face. And just let her move it out of the way. And I kept hold of her. I kept picking her up, giving her a cuddle, giving her the choices, and she had a lot to drink. She had loads to drink, but that's fine, you know, it's absolutely fine. And she kept flitting between, I want to cuddle, I want to drink, I want to cuddle, I want to drink. She went back to, she did go down, and to be honest, I thought after 10 minutes that was it, she was done, but she was just naturally struggling to be able to get to sleep. So she started again, and it just went on like this. And after about 40 minutes, she finally fell back asleep till about 6:30 this morning. So it was absolutely fantastic, and it was all about the way I handled it in the night was when she was struggling, I'd say, you're doing really, really well, especially on the last one, because it was hard. And I kept saying to her, you've just got the last bit to do now. You've done really, really well. You've done all night. You've just got this last bit to do. You can do it. You're absolutely fantastic. You're such a big girl. You're doing absolutely amazing. So all about positive reinforcement, lots of praise, which is what children crave. No stressing, no shouting. And it was so much easier for me to do this last night because we'd accepted that she was going to shout. So we'd made the decision that actually it was okay. That this was going to happen, and I wasn't going to be spending the night going, shh, you got to be quiet, don't wake everybody up. And it made the world of difference to how I was feeling, to be honest with you, because if I'm there stressing out thinking, oh my God, I've got to keep everybody quiet, that makes my levels of anxiety like leap up, basically, because I become very, very stressed at that, because that's something I can't control. But to say I don't have to control it, if she wants to shout, she can shout. Because we've accepted that she's going to wake up and it's going to happen, it changes the mentality and you feel so much freer. You feel so much more relaxed to be able to say, it's fine. And I was just holding on to her and just having loads of cuddles with her. And it's that letting her know, right, I'm going to put you back in the cot now. So, you know, rather than just putting her back in the cot, because that just wouldn't go to plan. It's letting her know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. So she's doing really, really well. You're absolutely fantastic. Minnie needs to go to sleep. Minnie's her comforter. I do a lot of transference with things like that. So she's got Teddy and Minnie. And I use a lot of that with her to say, Minnie wants to go to sleep, or Teddy needs some extra cuddles. Can you help Minnie go to sleep? Can you help Teddy go to sleep? And she then feels sort of needed, I suppose, and because they mean the world to her. So we can actually transfer me wanting Alyssia to go to sleep to Alyssia wanting to help Minnie and Teddy. So she cuddles them and she helps them go to sleep. So it settles it, and it was absolutely brilliant. And she had her morning feed. I went out and got the cushion. She had her morning feed, and today we're going to start again, and there'll be no feed for her nap, and night 2 starts tonight. Goodness knows how this is going to go, but we've had a really good start, so I'm hoping for big improvements again tonight. With regards to if you're going through this, if you're kind of going, you know, I'd like to try and do this myself, I've got my own battles to do, I need to move my little one into a bed, or I'd like to stop feeding through the night, whatever it might be, if you want to come on this journey with me, have a look in the description. There is a link to the behaviour and sleep support guide that I've got. So it's like a 3-hour course, video course. You don't have to watch it in 3 hours. They're all like little sections. But you get 2 months online support in a Facebook group from me, so I can help you on your journey as well. It's because this is the thing. This hasn't just happened with Alyssia last night because I decided I'm going to do it. This has happened because I've prepared. I knew what I was going to do. I'd set the scene and everything like that. So I knew what to expect because I understand the biology behind it all as well. It makes a big difference when you can put your head in the game and say, right, I get what's going on now and I can deal with this. But if you want to come on the journey with me, have a look at the courses and, you know, jump on the course and let me help you on your journey as well while I'm on mine. Right, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll do another video tomorrow and let you know how tonight goes. Hopefully it will be another positive one, which would be great. Right, I'll see you later. Bye.